Back with another one. Back with another one. This is Thirsty Thrills, the 24th edition. Yes, I'm back. We're going to talk about current events, talk about a lot of things, sports. And last weekend, like I said, the NFL is here. And yes, we're going to talk about that Aaron Rodgers Achilles injury. Definitely going to talk about that shit. We're going to talk about a lot. We're going to talk about Sunday and my Eagles. Man, they beat the brakes off of a well, they actually defeated the Patriots. I didn't say they beat the brakes. They did in the first two quarters, but then they let them come back. But they had Ezekiel Elliott and everybody. But it is what it is. So that's no hero there. Yeah, I've been had busy today, but yes, but Saturday, Deion Sanders himself, man, he's impressive. He's 2-0, and he just beat the top team, and yeah, defense wins games, but yeah, what's going on, Mike? But it just goes to show you that Dion in that school, like I just got listened to watching Bomani Jones on the volume, and I mean, I got to tell you, he is absolutely correct about Dion and everything else. I think me personally is Dion's always been a little arrogant and pompous, but I know that's his character. But he had that brand for like 35 years, around the age when I was born, right? 35 years ago. He was thinking about this in college. And I think Bomani Jones broke it down beautifully. I just watched a clip of them talking about Dion. Yeah, Dion, he's very charismatic. I remember him winning the World Series. I believe he was on that Braves team, and he also won the World Series. Yeah, with the Braves, I believe, and I think he won a couple of Super Bowls in the NFL. He was known as a defensive player. He was a cornerback, and he also played wide receiver. He played both ends. He was just a great athlete. He tried to be like Bo Jackson. He tried to be like Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson did it for like a couple of years early around the 80s and things like that. He did that in college. Hell, he did that in professional too. So Bo Jackson did it before there was Deion Sanders. When Deion did it, it was just like he was popular in the 90s. The 90s, when you talk about cable television, was a three-station, what most people say, he was standard, if you really think about it. I'll say somewhere in the 80s and 90s. This is where Mike and him and Michael Jordan was something else. I'm sorry. They were the standard. You talk about athletes in the 90s. I used to read about them on the magazines, newspapers. I remember you see Wheaties box as a kid in my early years, and even when I was like 8 to 10 years old in the late 90s, but I'm older than y'all can guess the age. But man, what a time. But him turning that program around, I didn't like what he did with the Jackson State either. Like the guy said, that's cool. But I understand the HBCU college, to me, they ain't shit. Let's just keep it real. They ain't going nowhere. I mean, he helped them to build a better program. Did I like how he left? No, he didn't have to say all that. And I agree with him. He's doing no different than white coaches is. Now they try to say he's taking it to the system, being pro. No, he's doing exactly what they're doing. He's an opportunist. He's about his money. He's about his bread. But his boys, they're great athletes. I think what's the name? Shadir. I think it's Shadir and something. The other one with the S, and one of them's good at quarterback, and one of them's good, I believe, wide receiver. I don't know if they play. I think no, one's playing defense. He's good. Boy, I'm telling you, they're gonna be some top draft picks in the NFL. Yeah, hey, Colorado's looking good. If Dion makes those boys good in Colorado, man, they gonna pay him a lot. They set him up right. Now he went to a good school. They ain't the best school, but it is a black school. He went to basically a black football school itself. I think it has been historically it wasn't, but now it is. Because Cordell Stewart went there. It's not a bad school. Colorado's not a bad state. You just recently had the NBA chance. The Denver Nuggets win a championship. They'll win again. The Lakers do have a good roster. Are they going to be the same roster? And according to a guy I listened to, his name is Ticket TV. He's a Lakers guy. He said the roster may change. Now he goes on that player choice. They be arguing, debating back and forth, right? The Lakers ain't going to be any good if LeBron's in shape or whatever. He's supposed to get that foot surgery, but I don't think they're gonna go anywhere further. Now, here's a secret: if Anthony Davis play well, he takes him. And like dude said on that players trust, I saw a few clips of his. His name is Chill. Anthony Davis is the one that'll take him further, and I agree with him on that. That part I agree with him. If Anthony Davis does what he does, He could take them there. But to be honest with you, Anthony Davis is soft. When they got rid of Dwight Howard and J.R. Smith, they're just trash, bro. I just don't see what's going on. Oh, hey, what's going on, man? Salute. Salute. But me personally, the sports world is jumping. Football is here, and I'm just saying, like, look, this is going on good. Me personally, I see what's going on. I know the Eagles is playing tonight with the Vikings. I might catch that later after this stream, whatever, because I know it's Thursday night football. But most people don't watch Thursday night football. They get ready for Sunday or really Monday football. But Aaron Rodgers, unfortunate incident happened the first go. I got the Yahoo Sports on my phone. I don't know who was going to cover it. His career is damn near over, even though he won a Super Bowl with the Packers, whatever. But it's damn near over. If he comes back from that injury, I don't think he'll be the same. He'll retire eventually. I hope he ain't one of those players, but the only players that had an Achilles injury in another sports, and I got a list of names. I know Kobe has it. I think Durant has it in basketball. Who else? Dominique Wilkins, he survived it. It was a little different. But another player that had it and bounced back, he wasn't the same player, but it's KD. Him and Dominique were the only ones who were fortunate to bounce back and play and finish out their careers, but they wasn't the same player like they once was. Yeah, that Achilles injury will kill your career, man. You ain't gonna be the same player you once was. I just believe that when you're those players, just be careful what you wish for. And it's unfortunate he got hit on that turf. And I think OJ said something different on the Cameron show. He said, it's that turf. It's that turf. That turf, and the Jets have the worst stadium in the turf. I feel that the turf of it is crazy. Me personally, I think it's the turf. The turf of that is very dangerous. And I appreciate y'all for liking the Sunday dailies. I appreciate y'all, man. Like, I don't get that many views, but like I used to, because the pandemic streams is over. I know people want to hate regardless of whatever. Tommy said some crazy shit about, he said he done smashed MCX before and got the text messages and everything. Yeah, Tommy's acting a damn fool, being a clown that he is. We'll talk about that later. But the sports world is just jumping, man. I'm telling you, the sports world is jumping. Dion is kicking ass, kicking names, and I think he's playing Colorado State this Saturday. That's a rivalry game. This is gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be very interesting. And now he gonna get some losses, but I think they'll be like 14-2. I think Mace have on that show they're 14-2. That's just me personally. Hmm. Yeah. Most people pick Verb winning that. I'm just looking at a battle rap stat. I was gonna give it a Verb, but if he won that based off bars, I gotta see the battle from now. This is crazy. Yeah, everybody's talking about Shannon Sharp and all this other stuff. Let's not worry about it. I watch shots at the two Raw and them. He's got some videos I can watch later. But then I can watch the game at the same time with Gil and all them. So it's pretty much as I expected. But that's the whole point in the world. But Philly is doing a thing, man. Like, that's my team. That's one of my favorite NFL teams in the world. I always like them above everything else. Yeah, I have my secondaries like Denver and Las Vegas. They was known as the Oakland Raiders, but those are my three teams I like. But I'm a big Eagles person. I like that team when I think they had Ricky Waters and then they had Reggie White. They had some good players. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, they had some decent players. So I'm from that old school. I'm from that old school when it was really about something. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the old uh take for me. So yeah. Yeah, Marcel's wild. He's got a good podcast. I believe he covers sports like he does, and I love his show. I always stick around. But me personally, this year has been good to me for like each year, each time, and this year is probably the best years I've ever had. Just I'm really focused on content, not even worry about derelict niggas on this internet shit. But I understand that sports is a hot topic because football's around, and it's gonna be around for a minute because January is around the corner. Basketball season's coming back in the fall. Season's gonna start in a couple more weeks in October. Everybody's starting training camp. It's gonna be very interesting. All these trade rumors and things like that, and there's a fortunate incident this week, and they talking about that boy from the Houston Rockets, Kevin Porter. He's been a knuckleheaded ass nigga, man. Beat up his girlfriend and looking bad, and they try to say he's gonna get charges, but they done dropped some of him because he's got all that money. You see, he almost damaged the girl. I thought they was gonna kick him out of the league. If they do not kick him out of the league, right? If they do not kick this man out the league, that lets me know the NBA is soft. I don't like dudes putting hands on at this climate. You shouldn't do it. I understand the rage, but what's the point doing it? Because damn well you already target as being the bad guy. So the gender shit ain't gonna work. And I just found out, old girl had a video that a trans gender person molest somebody in the school, got caught twice, or should we say vaping? Because we can't say the actual R word. Like right. Yeah, I almost slipped up and say it, but because I had to go on another platform and say it, but it's pathetic. That's why the site is dying too, and they support that BS, and that's why the alphabet clowns, derelict fucks that they are, it's gonna be an end to that shit too. I give it five more years, they ain't gonna have no rights. Everybody's gonna kill them like killing fields. It's gonna over. You know what's gonna happen, right? If the women sees this BS, they're gonna be up out of there. I'm gonna tell you something. Pedophiles ain't gonna rule and reign in this world. It's just not gonna happen. You know why? Because you're gonna have a woman president. We're already there, man. We're gonna have it eventually. I'm telling you right now, in 2024 or in the future, or if this country's still around, we're gonna have a woman president. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. These white men are dying out. They ain't got no power, bro. It's over. People are tired, man. And look at what 2024 election is gonna be about. It's gonna be about identity, bullshit, gender politics. That's what's setting people back right now. And they ain't even worried about the real issues with the money. And I think it's over, man. It's over. Because you got a lot of suckers in politics right now. Now, Tim Scott, they looking at his sexuality. They just want to control Tim Scott, basically. He ain't gonna win it. I just don't see him winning the nomination. It's just a mess. I'll talk about it probably the end of this year when I talk to politics. I'm not in focus right now. I'm focused on sports and other things. I'm focused on foreign policy and things like that. I don't care about the election because I'm gonna wait till next year to talk about it, and probably talked about it in a way in a vlog stream. I'll give y'all heads up. If the weather gets kind of slightly cool, I will tell y'all. I'll make some content on myself. But in reality, it's just like I see where people are going with the content now. But y'all ain't saying nothing. But well, since we're further in the stream, the sports world is like it's very appealing. I think people need to stop taking JJ Redick seriously. I mean, he's a role player and a dumbass player that don't know what he's talking about. Dominique Wilkins need to get off of Vlad and stop listening to opinions. Nobody's not gonna like Larry Bird. Y'all need to get over that shit. Larry Bird, and most people think he's overrated, right? They look at Larry Bird as the old word, just like they do Michael Jordan. These younger generation does not care about those guys. I remember reading about Larry Bird in the 80s and saw some highlights of him on NBA TV when I was 10 back in 98. And then somewhere around 99 when they introduced the old style players like Bird and them, that's when people kept talking about. I remember people talking about how great he was. Over the years, people stopped caring about it. He was recent, okay? He's recent. But if you want to go further back to the NBA, you have to look back how great Wilt was. Okay. Now, Wilt died when I was like, what, 11? Okay. I used to read about these guys, how they dominate the game and all the other stuff. They was trying to erase him up out of there. Okay. Saying, well, Michael, all these legends are going to get criticized. You got to understand, everybody's trying to break records and don't care about the older legends that came before them. You know what it is? They did the same shit when Mike was playing. They're trying to push him out in the forefront. But now, when he started going out and then out of retirement, the media doesn't care. They just want to replace everybody every year. They did that, and they're doing the same thing with LeBron, because LeBron is a measuring stick for certain people, which he's not anymore. Now the Wembanyama guy, if he does good, he's the guy now. Okay, he's the guy that you're gonna look at in the future. These other guys are not. See, it's Jokic now. Now it's Wembanyama. If he delivers, that means the Spurs done got him something. I don't trust Giannis. I don't trust AD. They're not going to be the guys of the future. I'm just saying. I gotta get over that shit, man. Without the apron. Oh boy. Let me look at this shit. Yeah, Twitter's done lost their mind. A lot of people are just gonna be who they are. As a little fact. Yeah, let me get off this bullshit with Twitter and all that, because I'm going crazy on there. But anyways, I ain't gonna talk too nasty and spicy on there. But it just goes to show you where we at today. But I understand that people are gonna get upset about a lot of things. But when you're talking about players in general, like, the stars of the day, the NBA is very vast. Okay. It ain't what it used to be. It's super finesse, and the pace is not as fast. A lot of people think this is the greatest. It's really not. And I agree with Dreamers Pro when he said that. It's kind of okay. It's a lot of high volume scoring. We get that. And pace has nothing to do with it. I agree with him on that. But what I have to disagree is, no, it's still finesse. The 80s was very finesse. Y'all act like the 80s was the most physical era. It wasn't. The 90s was very physical, but it had a slower pace. The reason why the 70s and 80s was fast paced, nobody was really playing that proper defense. Yeah, they were playing defense and getting steals and deflections. Yeah, but it wasn't the same that you saw it then. See, y'all overhype the 1970s, the 70s to the 80s. To me, they're the best top five of era all time. We'll give you that because of the great players that played out of it, right? The 90s is in my top three because the scientific, you actually saw screens, certain tricks and plays and dribbles, new shit that revolutionized the game. That's why I put the 90s and the early thousands of the 21st century was the great era that we seen at the height of basketball. It already peaked in the thousands. I told you. It didn't just peak in the 90s. It actually peaked in the thousands. A lot of people say it peaked in the 90s. No, it peaked in the thousands because you had Allen Iverson. You had Kobe Bryant. You had great players like Kevin Garnett. You had Tim Duncan. You had several players, role players. You had like from the European league and stuff like that. He's actually Croatian, but he grew up in Serbia. His name is Predrag Stojakovic, or which I would say Peja Stojakovic, and those guys, right? Then you had guys like Ray Allen. He was an all-star, and he ended up being a champion later on. It was him. And then LeBron came later. He's upstart in the thousands, but his era was short-lived. He only got, but I'll say the 2012, he got that one. He got 2013, right? He got 2016. After that, he had 3 championships in the 20 teens, right? 2000 teens, right? And then the 2020s, he's got 1 championship in 2020, right? He's not going to get another championship in this era. He only won 1 in this era. You know why? It's because his career is coming to a close. Now, a lot of people try to say he's not coming to a close, but he paid off that guy. I think Ticket said the guy they attacking with the allegations. Ticket, don't jump the gun, bro. He paid that boy off. And someone in your comment said someone paid him off with the PED accusation with LeBron. To me, he is taking them because he's a popular dude, and a guy like that should not be playing that long. Once you have performance enhancing drugs, all these players cheat and lie about not taking steroids. They all take steroids. And rest in peace to the late great New Jack. He said this. Everybody did drugs. If you had the same trainers that did the steroid incident, it's so fucking disgusting. Okay. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. It's just that's a whole nother conversation about me and LeBron and how overrated superstar he is. He's way overrated than Larry Bird, period. They said Bill Russell's overrated. But to me, I don't think he's not. But it just goes to show you that the sports world is dying. It ain't what it used to be. You just got to get over it. The fact that people buy into the BS and believing they're better. I just don't see people gonna side with that more often. Okay. I just don't see it. I just don't see it, man. It just goes to show you where we at. Yeah. I don't press the view. I'll get off it. I don't want to get hit with the right. Okay. But then again, you just see what you can have, what's going on. But yeah, it's 21 minutes in, because I'm getting ready, go in for like an hour or two. Because I know this is like 8:36 right now. We got plenty of time. We got plenty on the clock. And for me, let's talk about Tommy Sotomayor smashing Michi X. And and I saw this for Ball X. Shouts out to him. And to be honest with you, I think that's wild. He kept this as a secret. He was tight-lipped about it. And I saw that Q Butter clip from Ball X. Shouts out to Ball X. Shouts out to him. Salute to him. I feel Michi X, a lot of people say she's a white woman, she got a white father, even though she claims she's pro-black. She's mixed, but we got that. We'll talk about battle rap too. I've been in these battle rap spaces. I've been chilling on YouTube. It is hilarious with Hitman going at it with Lux. We'll talk about that in a minute. And we're going to talk about Aver pulling rank on these New Yorkers, man, on the battle rap scene, especially specifically Harlem. Harlem has fell off. I mean, shouts out to Head Ice. He's cold. He's dope. It's a lot of. I have my favorites. Dot Mob is okay. They're entertaining. I do like Mook. I'm not gonna lie. Rex is okay. I'm okay with Rex. Rex, I don't hate Rex. I think Rex is entertaining and he says some off the wall shit, but Rex is entertaining. But it's funny that Verb comes at him like that. I don't know what it is, and I think him and Sirius Jones they want to battle. I would love to see Verb and Sirius Jones, but we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later. And then Daylight and the Lux situation, and they want to see Nitty and Lux. But to be honest with you, Nitty is overrated. I'll talk about him later. Explain why I think he's overrated. Y'all got to stop rating these battle rappers, man. They suck. Some of them just ain't got no skill to make no music. We're gonna see it. We'll talk about the trenches recap. We'll talk about why Hollow Man done smooth the hell out of Ice. Ice went first, and they said Hollow Man won. Yeah, technically he did. It was a one rounder, so we'll talk about it later. Let's talk about the Michi X thing. But Michi X, she likes to talk shit about specifically so-called black men, right? And she's cool, probably cool with Q Butter. Now, Q Butter called Tommy a weirdo. He is a weirdo. Yeah, definitely a weirdo. Corey Holcomb exposed that. Y'all should have known by now. But then it comes to my attention. This is pretty normal. Okay. I'm just looking at it like from a psychological standpoint. It just goes to show y'all that. But Tommy's gonna do everything he can to exploit himself and to get popular, whatever, right? But in reality, you got to be careful nowadays because people don't care about that. So I understand the global implications of a live stream. I noticed, and they say, "Oh, sir, you don't do no panels anymore." Kind of tired of that. Most people get on panels, they just go crazy and all that stuff. I'm not in that stage. I used to do it for like 2 years ago. It was something, and then people just get emotional, and then they start attacking. I could have been aggressive and made some differences, but I wouldn't have changed a thing. I wouldn't have changed a thing. I wouldn't have changed a motherfucking thing. If I didn't have many distractions, I'll say from 2020 and then all the way from 2022, it'd have been somewhere. That's just me. Is it regret? No, this is not regret. It's just I wouldn't change a thing. The only thing I would change is if I had the same crew with me, but it didn't work out the way it did. And I'm glad it didn't because people show me they true colors and I had to cut their asses off. Fuck them. If it's gonna be like that, we'll see. I'm just gonna put my ties with certain niggas. And I had to. And I had to make adjustments. I know people gonna hate. Fuck them niggas, by the way. I stand on that disrespect. Because these niggas is bitches, man. They fake as hell, and I will never fuck with them again. Now I fuck with them from a distance, but I don't fuck with their content no more. No. And anybody in this chat room, tell them I said that. I don't give a fuck about them. I told them they fake as hell, and nobody fucks with them, and they gonna get this. They gonna feel that shit because nobody rocks with them no more. Now you can rock with their content. I ain't gonna tell you who y'all listen to. I ain't one of those content creators. Y'all can listen to who the fuck y'all want to listen to. But guys that are so fake, talking about game, this and that, y'all bitch made to me. In person, y'all not really about it, bro. Y'all just need to shut the hell up when someone slap the shit out your mouth. And I don't care about that traveling shit either, because y'all, a lot of you niggas is bitches. Y'all don't know how to travel. I get so irritated with the traveling comments. Like, dude, when y'all travel, y'all lame, bro. Like other races can't stand y'all. That movement is so fake, and I saw right through it for the whole time. I knew it was a grab. I mean, y'all being somewhat successful, but y'all getting exposed by your own and whatever. It's weirdo shit. I'm glad Q Butter said that. I ignore weirdos now. I just treat them what they are. I don't get that much trolls like I did 2 years ago, but that's goes to show you about this Michi X and the situation with Q Butter and then Tommy. Tommy had intercourse with this woman. He said he done broke her down. He said blew her back out, right? Sexually, right? I ain't gonna be too explicit, but I'm just saying like he shouldn't have shared it, but he shared it. Y'all can watch it on the Bala X video. He broke that. He let that out. He shouldn't have let it out, but he let it go. But me personally, I kind of fall back from a lot of people. It ain't nothing personal. It's just I just got tired of their bullshit. Anybody wants to come through and ask for the link, I'll drop it. But I'm not gonna argue and talk about what really happened. I kick you off this shit immediately. Ain't got time for that bullshit. I'm just trying to do my content and just be efficient, man. Because a lot of niggas they so fake on here. It's just I know what I saw. I know what I saw. It's very, 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 very crazy right now. I just want people to understand that this stuff is gonna get wild. I think players' choice is emotional as hell. Raymond Washington. Why the hell do you have Stanley Tukey Williams? A lot of people don't like them. And who's the other guy? And Mac Thomas. Mac Thomas is irrelevant. I know he was somebody, but these guys, y'all need to stop idolizing street shit. That's what's wrong with niggas. Y'all need to stop doing that. And this is why people don't take us seriously and they don't respect us enough. Like, I see why we ain't shit. I just don't understand why people just let shit go, man. I just don't understand it, man. I just don't understand it. Like, y'all be on that bullshit all the time, but it just goes to show you that people just gonna be pathetic. They're gonna be who they are. But I understand that where people are thriving and not thriving, but it's just let's go to show you. But then I saw something about the Porter. I'll look at that later. And Kevin Porter, he should be out the league, to be honest with you. But I understand he's got anger issues. If I was a young man, your career is over, man. Just get over it and then move on and end that relationship. And that's just what it is. It's just what it is. It is what it is. But I understand when I fall back and watch NBA drama more than I do the nigga drama in these spaces. Like, look, I have to agree with Gully TV. It's a lot of retarded, dumb, derelict motherfuckers, man. Clubhouse is the worst. I give you that. You know, I'm glad I don't fuck with that shit. Clubhouse is trash. Ain't shit on there. Everybody swear by Clubhouse. I don't like Clubhouse. I never did. Clubhouse is garbage. It's very garbage. I don't deal with Clubhouse. I don't do a lot of stuff, but that's for the people that you get to talk to and move on and move forward. But when you're on YouTube, I pre-record most of the time. I am getting the feeling pre-record is the way. I've always said it was, and that's what most of my content comes from is pre-records. Live streaming was just something I did for extra content to get other views and get more, a couple more subscribers off of it. But over time, people just fell out with you, and then that's it, and that's fine. You know, that's they got these little clicks and things like that. I'm sick of that bullshit. And I agree with Sirius Jones. I never was down with the click thing. I wasn't either. Now I supported certain pockets of black conscious slash so-called communities or had my own little communities in small pockets. Yeah. On the internet years ago, we had groups. I supported certain people. I had certain circles, and I still got them. It's just the reason I don't need these niggas from the so-called red pill space. They're soft as dog shit. That's why I don't deal with them as much. I deal with them accordingly. Yeah, they was interesting for a while, and I just got tired of it. I got tired of it probably last year. Thank goodness I did the right thing to move on because these niggas ain't going nowhere. All that hating and on shit, that shit gets old. Now, was I a guilty participant? Absolutely. I take full responsibility how I led the shit. But in reality, these niggas was fake around me, so I had to remove myself. I know they removing themselves from me, but fuck them too. They the ones fake too. They not really about it. They try to say, "I'm no niggas, y'all fake. Y'all the bitch ass niggas." That's why people don't fuck with y'all. Why? Because y'all soft. Because I know in person y'all ain't really about it. That's why I don't take these dudes seriously on there. I really don't. That's why most of these dudes killed the internet. They actually killed what you see. YouTube died a long time. I done told y'all this a bunch of times. 2012, that was the height of it. Prior to that, before 2012, YouTube was the shit. It was something to be coming to. But after that, it died. Yeah, I lost the channel around the same year when I got this channel, but after that, it died. YouTube's been trash. I've been on YouTube prior to making this channel. So yeah, man, it ain't been right for me since, and I still couldn't grasp what I've left. I'm glad I had those absences, and when I came back, it's the same old shit all over again. I just feel that it died a long time ago and it lost its footing. And someone said they won the lawsuit. I don't believe they won the lawsuit. It's still ongoing. It's ongoing on Google side and YouTube. They got a lot more lawsuits. That's why they're panicking right now. They said they don't want to get sued. They are getting sued by a certain degree. It's business. They're a corporation that's about to be destroyed in immense early. But in reality, I think YouTube has its place. Google has its place. Everybody else have its place. But it just goes to show you that people ain't gonna rock with you no more based off certain things I did or whatever. You know, I'm not gonna keep apologizing to fake motherfuckers ain't gonna accept it. Fuck everybody else in these sorry black spaces. I'm done with y'all. This is a diverse space. I'm gonna expound on it more. Yes, I'm gonna throw shots at niggas. Got to, because that's part of y'all's strategy. And I agree with George Megan. Yeah, these spaces is toxic, man. That's why I don't fucking participate in those so-called manosphere shit. I really don't. If you see me throwing shots at them niggas, they're the problem. And these so-called street dudes, they fake on here. Let the real street ones do their thing and be about it. I just listen to the conversation, what's what. But you got a lot of frauds on the internet claiming they really about it and they're really not. That's why I stopped messing with a lot of people. I let it be known that that's who it is. But you see this all the time, man. We talked about Deion Sanders and this Colorado Buffaloes getting the victory. They 2-0 in the season. And it's going to be very interesting. Very interesting. But that just goes to show you where we at. It goes to show where we at and then how we maintain our poise, right? So I can't believe it's 36 minutes in. Shoo, it's gonna be a minute. Yeah, it's gonna be a minute because days are getting longer. The fall is coming. It's gonna get longer and longer, and you can tell by the skies outside getting darker. It's getting darker and darker. But one thing about me, yes, I upgraded on gear and stuff. Yeah, I know people looking at the avatar looking crazy. I mean, I didn't always have an avatar. I mean, I'm a real person, but camming up ain't gonna solve nothing. That's a woman thing. They try to tell you to cam up. Let me show you your face. That's for the ladies. Oh, I got something to talk about. Melly Monaco has fell off eventually. She is losing a lot of her views and all the whores that she had, all the prostitutes she had from OnlyFans and everything else. They do not rock with Melly. I'm just coming here to say it. They do not rock with her. They know she's grifting and she's doing what she's doing. She has to do it. There's money in giving it away for free. But she done fell off to the point people are tired of her. She done fell off to the point they're just tired of her. And that's the sad part about it. And that's the sad part that Melly has to go through that. But that's what she get. You sign up for the live stream and then the weirdos come and they try to make your channel and then she worrying about No Chill Gil, aka Gilbert Arenas, the simp, the sucker ass podcast that he got. Still fucking garbage. But Melly, you get what you pay for. Be careful what you wish for. You ain't got no mods. What are you doing this for? She says she's doing it for money. No, she's doing it for something else. I'm just looking at it like this is wild, man. Yeah, battle rap has gone crazy. Let's talk about battle rap for a minute. Let's talk about Lux and everybody else. I mean, battle rap is insane right now. Lux just came off of a card that is not Lux, not Lux. No, Verb came off a card with A Ward, and they had Max Out 3, and I thought it was a hell of an event. Ice came off a huge win against Show Off, but they was gonna do a trenches card with New York versus Philly. To me, Philly kind of won that trenches card. Explain why. They had Hollow Man. they had everybody that was good. P did very well. I got Kaboom beating Gwitty. A lot of people try to say Gwitty won, but technically he didn't. It was Kaboom that won. He won that. It was him and K Walker. P won it. That's the only New Yorker won for them. It was P. And who else that won for him? What's all those guys? Trying to think of the Mua. I don't understand about those beginning battles. It's just pretty. It's pretty something. But Head Ice that one rounder, yeah. I have Rosenberg beating Mike P. They say Mike P's doing good, but Rosenberg beat him. That's me personally. That's personal preference. But Ice and fucking Hollow Man, that was epic. That was epic. Hollow Man said he want Goods. Come to find out, they said Goods had a white father, a so-called white father that's Italian. Found it very interesting. And I never was a Goods guy. I never. And some rappers show their personal information, their real name, and how they get exposed and all that rap. It's cool, but Goods to me is not Dominican. Somebody say he was an Italian on his father's side. They try to say his mother is Italian, which is not true. Calico confirmed it is not true. He got a picture of his mom. They try to say she's one of them ethnics. And when any nigga you say in here in this chat try to say that ain't true, is you're delusional. Go watch Calico on Hip Hop is Real. And he broke it down that yes. And go watch the one in the spaces and Twitter. He'd tell you that his mom is a so-called, he used the word sister, but our women that's black. And this dude definitely got a white person look like Drake. That's why I like Goods. He's built like a white dude with darker skin. But if you really think about uh, and I'm just looking at it like it's just crazy. You see, the difference with me, I observe battles what they are. I observe the wordplay, the angles, bars, and then balance it out. If you're gonna say something with authority, the slickness, and shouts out to Gully TV. He said, "Hollow Man is too slick for Ice," and he's right. I agree with him. He was very too slick for him. And man, and they was bitching, complaining about Hollow Man kicking their ass, bro. Easy said, I ain't got nothing to do with that. You niggas paid and lost money. You ain't getting it back. They hurt by that. They hurt by that loss. You know how sensitive ass some Harlem niggas are. Not like that. But you got to be on part of the measuring stick right now. But I know people's gonna watch football and they're gonna chill. I'm just gonna get in motion and that's it. Cause I'm gonna watch my Eagles too. But I'm not gonna cut this stream short because a bunch of people just not gonna like whatever I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna keep talking and just keep going. But anyways, but when you hear expecting anything different, you understand that a lot of people gonna side who they're gonna side with on here. And I think people just need to get over the fact that most people ain't shit, bro. You gotta move on, man. Gotta move on. It helps. Gotta move on. And that's what you gotta have to be in these circumstances. This is very wild right now. But when you talk about things like this goes on, but this is pretty much normal. But me, I try to provide a service and just do the content and y'all enjoy it, whatever. It's just wild tonight. And then you see the big picture. But yeah, Eagles got to win this game tonight, man. They won't be 1-1. They won't be 2-0. And that's how you got to look at the big picture in so many words. But that's how I look at the modern days, what's going on. But I understand that we live in a time that the finesse world is still here. You know, everybody's acting crazy and stuff like that. And I know people are just going to be who they maintain and whatnot. But the thing is about today's sports and today, it's very little different than it was back then when I was coming up. But when you look at today's tension with people and stars, it's a magnified. The internet done messed them up big time. Just like what you say. But the Michi X, I mentioned Tommy, he said some interesting stuff and that exposed her, and she made no response to that. Said that, and he got a text message that she loved him. And that's a difficult topic to talk about. But hey, he did his thing, knocked it up, and bam, he got it. But if you look at battle rap has changed a lot. The Legends are come back. The Philly Legends is on the scene thanks to Easy. It's entertaining so far, but them spaces with Verve and everybody else, they just go delusional as fuck on it. But you got to look at the big picture where we're going. So, me personally, looking at it from that standpoint, you you minus all the factors what's wrong with society. I know people is watching football and everything else. I'm gonna get to it, get to the point, and get straight to it. it, it's just the fact that people are still distracted. And I think George making some said something yesterday about the polite case, and this all goes around with the community and things like that. And then battle rap, it's that bullshit. But when he got caught up and jammed up, oh yeah, my team's they're 3-0 in the first quarter. Okay, they'll probably get a touchdown. This is a good game. Is it Philly? Oh shit, we should win that. We should win that. It's very obvious. We should win that. We should win that. And everybody has their own measuring stick how they're gonna perform, but it's kind of crazy. But Rum Nitty was thirsty for a battle with Lux. Now I know him and Lux was supposed to go at it and sign up, but Lux don't want to battle a weak motherfucker. You got to be strong, man, for this to work. And that's just the fact of the matter is you just got to maintain what you need to do in today's society. But normally, I just look at it what battle rap is. It done fell off a long time ago. Everybody done kept changing the rules and fucking up everything. It just goes to show you where we at as a so-called community. But dude loves scamming that shit. And then you got people just looking at it from that angle and whatnot. Man, and my brain is rattling like eggs right now. But it is what it is. I need some refreshment. But yeah, I'm gonna step away real quick. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, and then we'll continue the conversation about more about battle rap and these spaces is crazy. I like the promos by everybody, but let me go on mute, and I'll be right back. Let me go on mute. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. Woo. I had to get some water to wake my ass up. Woo. I was about to doze off. A lot of oxygen coming out of my brain, sleeping and dozing off. But if I had some caffeine, I would definitely talk to y'all and be energetic and all right now. But yeah, it's been a long week for me. But talking about this news stories and stuff like that. Yeah, let me see what we're talking about. Yeah, battle rap is it's a mess right now. It's in a decent place or whatever, and people gonna do what they're gonna do. Right. I know everybody's got heated discussions, debates, and all this other stuff. Excuse me, my brain is just, full of gas and shit. Brain is full of knots and all that, but it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. And we're gonna see the big difference. I don't know about y'all. I see a lot of BS. A lot of BS. But then again, we see the big things going in right now, but I wish battles the end of the year, Easy's got the trenches, well, not the trenches, but the Chrome 23 with him and Geechee Gotti. He calls himself Geechee Gotti, which is kind of weird. A weird name like that. Name. He's part of the Southwater Geechee uh name like that. I think he's got Geechee in his family, probably. I don't know. And he lives on the West Coast, which is kind of weird to me. And he calls himself Gotti like he a mob. Like, man, these rappers need to grow up about that mob shit. It's so fucking played out. That's why it's retarded. Retarded ass shit and clicks. Let me. I got a problem here. Okay. Yeah. I had a problem earlier. Okay. I know. Just looking at it from a logical standpoint. D3 and all that. Okay. Wow. The wiring's acting up. It just goes to show you where we stand at right now as a people, but it just got it just got interesting. But when you support something, you have to look at it from that angle. I'm just gonna tell y'all about why battle rap is crazy. Like reading each other's rounds and stuff. Everybody's tripping off that. I saw every episode. I subscribed to a couple of channels and keep up with it, see what's going on locally and things like that. And but the fans are still dumb as derelict. Like these spaces, they're so fucking deluded, convoluted as they are. Everybody wants to hear rounds, and a lot of people say they don't even watch the battles. None of them watch the battles. None of them. None of them. Hip hop is real. Used to do that shit. They used to watch them and go say, I don't know what's happening. They have their biases. They pick goods and everything else, which is stupid, by the way. And that's how you gotta look at it. But yeah, oh, it's 9:10 already. Yeah, the game is already here, but let's see. Let me research it. Let me research it because I don't want to be confused. Yeah, the NFL is going on and my brain is acting up. Oh, Minnesota's got 7. Oh, it's gonna be a tough one. Okay. We already got 3. Yeah, we got the ball, but they got 7. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Minnesota's good. Kirk Cousins. Oh, they lost. They lost last week. Yeah, yeah. We may get a loss in this game. It's a possibility we can come back and beat them, and they'll be 0-2. Yeah, Minnesota ain't that good. Yeah, AFC North. Oh, they got all the. Okay, they updated. Yeah, man, it's gonna be one of those games. Now Sunday, you already know it's gonna be the Ravens and the Bengals, Seahawks and Lions. I'm gonna be chilling Sunday. I'm not gonna really do much. But yeah, battle rap it went to new heights. It went to these Twitter spaces where you see the latest battlers. They be on spaces. They crazy. And Averb is doing his thing. The internet is what it is. That's the hottest thing online. I believe Twitter Spaces is taking over. I mean, they've been doing this for the last couple of years, and thanks to Elon Musk changing the logo and the thing, he's enhanced it. Twitter is at its height it's ever been. People's getting more, they're getting more content out of it, and that money. A lot of people's not making money, and they tripping. So I said he ruined Twitter. I said technically he didn't. Twitter needed that. There's a lot of good people left Twitter, yeah, but Twitter needed that upgrade. Just don't play the political game with them. And that's what you got to see. And that's how you got to branch out. And I try my best not to get angry and things like that, especially on the internet. I'm just like, okay, these niggas don't fuck with you. It's just the same shit that you see all the time. Low bar shots. That's a big thing, but but battle rap has always had that. Always had that feel. Said 50% off. All these dogs and shit. Ear infection. Oh Lord. I got something interesting to look at night. We'll talk about it later. But yeah, people just acting crazy. I know it's an hour. I'll talk to y'all in a couple of minutes and I'm about to dip. But yeah, it's just goes to show you that battle rap has changed a lot since I've routinely watched it over the years and years. And it's actually kind of fun now. Everybody's bringing that feel back. But shouts out to Easy, the block captain with the trenches. I enjoyed that little episode with him and Hollow Man and things like that, man. Man, it's been real, man, because you see people gonna get the content as they normally do. Talk about little battle rap news and things like that, what's going on, and everybody's on these blogs and stuff. But it is what it is. I appreciate the likes, and I'll get some later on because everybody's gonna watch the game. So I'm gonna watch the game and hope y'all as well. But I will be back on the 25th edition, of course, and pretty much the same as always. But until next time, I'll see y'all in Thursday Thrills, and also we'll see y'all at the Sunday Dailies, of course. Probably, I don't know what edition we're gonna be in. I believe it's the what edition we in, because we're gonna get this down pat. We're gonna get this down pat. Um that's the 74th. Okay. The 26th edition. Yeah, the 26th edition. We're gonna talk about a little bit of everything and see what's going on for this week, and then we'll explain what Sunday Dailies is gonna be about. It'll be a little longer, and then I'll be prepared and all this other stuff. So you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Sunday's gonna be very interesting. Sunday's gonna be very, very interesting. And we'll get right into it and be like, okay, it's a bigger platform than what we're gonna talk about. Rumble, I'm still tweaking it to get it to my liking and get in the views that I need, but it's pretty much there. All right, y'all. Shalom to the people of Israel, of course, and the Gentiles. So salute to y'all too. Shalom to you as well, to my people of Israel, of course. Shalom. Until next time, I will see you on the 75th edition of Thirsty Thrills, and I will sign and start an update as I'm signing off. Until next time, and I'm out.